How's it going, guys? Today we're talking about the ultimate Dagger unit. A lot of Dagger units in this game, all unique, all have their own way of standing out, at least the ones that are relevant to the metagame. The ones that have gotten refines and are now in the spotlight. Today we will be talking about them, and I will tell you a way that you can actually build any Dagger unit to be relevant. I'm not saying that they'll be the best, because that all depends on the stats and what their Dagger does. But this build you can do on any Dagger unit, and then at that point it really just matters about your attack stat. So yeah, we'll just go right into it. I'm going to show you basically kind of like a base build for a Dagger unit. I feel like this is the best build for a Dagger unit. You're going to want this in like your Aether raids, if you want to do like kind of a sweep. And I'll explain more into what that does, but basically you want to go in, you want to hit a unit, you want to get damaged, get into your vantage range, and then you'll activate Brazen. Whatever Brazen you want to use, it really just depends on like what you're really looking for. So since Kagero has more resistance, getting that extra +7 resistance and then the extra +5 from air in Aether raids can help you survive mages and things like that. So that one's pretty good on her. But then you have close counter, so that if a physical unit comes after you, you'll be able to counter them using vantage, and even if they're melee, it won't matter, so you'll always counter everything. And then what makes Kagero good is the fact that she has Dagger 7, which lowers their defense and resistance by 7, which means you'll basically be getting 7 more attack. And then if you have a higher attack than your opponent, then you'll be getting an extra +4 on top of that, which is technically, if everything goes correctly, you're getting an extra +10 attack and a +4 speed. And Kagero kind of needs the speed because she's not the fastest. I still have 5 more merges to go on to her, and some more dragon flowers, but even at that point, she's still not very fast, like to the point to really double some faster units. So that's kind of usually what the base build for Daggers are. And so what I'm going to go into next is I'm going to tell you what the best build for a Dagger unit is and what could be universal to all Dagger units. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to my Sothe here, and we're also going to bring up some builds. So they're basically the same. I'm missing 2 dragon flowers for defense and resistance on the one in my game, but this is basically the same idea. So what makes this so great, and what makes this build so great that you can put on any other Dagger unit, is broadleaf fan. So essentially what broadleaf fan does, it has Dagger 7, like we said was on the other build, but it also has this grants bonus to unit's attack equal to total penalties on the foe during combat. And that can get absolutely insane. So basically, if you're looking at it from the perspective of doing the -7 defense and resistance, the resistance never really gave you anything. It could give one of your other units that was a magic-based unit more damage, but in terms of Sothe or any other Dagger unit, you weren't getting any more attack with that. The resistance -7 didn't really do you any favors. But with this specific Dagger, it actually does, because by doing both of them by 7, that actually adds 14 to your attack. And then if you use the same build as Kagero, and you do the -7 from the attack smoke, that's 21 attack, which is crazy. And the reason we picked Sothe is because I will bring up a build of Kagero. So as you can see, Sothe has a lot more HP. He has 1 more speed, he has 1 more attack, and sometimes the 1 can actually make the difference, and that's important. The reason I put Brazen attack speed on him and not like a Brazen attack defense or a Brazen attack res is because I feel like when he gets damaged and gets into vantage range, usually he'll get KO'd by an opponent anyway, so I feel like it's a lot better for him to have the attack speed, because that gives him a better chance of doubling anyone who doesn't have a distant counter. Anyone who wouldn't be able to counter him normally, he'll be able to actually double them, and then when they come back to hit him, he'll have damaged them so much that he'll get the kill. I have killed +10 armors in AR with this build. It's very powerful. And one of the reasons it's great is if you pair it with another unit, which makes it far better, and it's hilarious because it's Micaiah. So basically Micaiah's Yoon's Whispers says if she has a higher resistance, any opponents that are close to each other or adjacent to each other will lose 6 attack and speed. And what's so interesting about that is the fact that all the debuffs that are coming from Sothe are to defense, resistance, and attack. He doesn't really lower speed. So with her, he gets another -6 to speed, which gives him another +6 attack. So all in all, if you have all the debuffs and you also have him in brazen range, Sothe actually gets 34 more attack added on to the 58 attack he already has. And that's not including if you smited him in with another unit that would give him, like, you know, more attack, or danced him in to give him more attack. So you can imagine he can get up into the hundreds with the damage. And it's just absolutely insane. You can do crazy things with them. I have videos already on this channel. You can go check them out. It'll be really easy to find them because there's not too many videos on this channel yet. So go ahead and go check those out. You'll actually get to see it in action and see how it works. It takes a little bit of setup, but it's not too hard to get done. And also, you can put this on any other dagger unit. Now, the only problem with that is, of course, they don't have as much attack as Sothe, and that's where the problem comes in, because Sothe does have a lot more attack. And by having more attack, he'll get those kills, you know, and sometimes it really comes down to those couple points of attack. So I do believe Sothe is the best build, or has the best stats for this build. But you can test it on your other dagger units. I do believe that Kagero is very, very close. Like, they have basically the same matchup spread, despite, you know, her having a lot less HP. But she does have a lot more resistance, which kind of sets her apart. So anyway, that's the build. Test it out for yourselves. Go back and you can watch my videos and see how it works. I'll be making more videos on it in the future with better quality, because the other ones are not super great quality. So, but yeah, try this build out. See how it works for you, and I'll be back in later videos. Have a good one.